from Smiling Buddha Yoga Studio in Bonaire. First, I want to thank you that you join our videos, and also we are very grateful for little feedbacks when we post some Facebook advertisement for our videos. It would be nice when you just write down a little feedback. How was the practice for you? How did it feel? Today we're gonna offer you a release class, so especially releasing our hips. Our hips are our biggest joints in the body, so they're surrounded from a lot of muscles. We're gonna stretch out those muscles which surround our hips and trying to release tension. Whenever you feel like you want to stay a little longer in a stretch, just pause the video and stay a little longer. So no need to rush through the video. Always when you feel like you want to have a little break, pause it, stretch out a little longer, and then keep on going. Alright, make sure that your props are close by, maybe blocks, maybe pillows, maybe straps, or instead of a strap, a towel. And then we are going to start in child's pose. If your knees are a little sensitive, maybe have a pillow underneath your knees or sit on a pillow so that the tension is releasing from your knees. Also maybe sit on a block, and then have your arms in front of you or have them on your side. And close your eyes for a moment. Try to just tune in with your breath, inhaling deeply and exhaling all the way. Release tension during your exhalation. Try to let go. Just giving in to the pull of gravity, letting go. Inhaling deeply and exhaling all the way. And again, like I told you before, if you need more time to tune in with your breath, just pause your video and tune in. Always place your hands in front of you and lift your sit bones. Come on hands and knees. Try to have your fingers spread out wide. Inhale deeply with your exhalation, round your spine. Really have the feeling that you push the floor away from you. Release your neck. Your head is allowed to hang. And with your inhalation, try to lengthen. Start with your tailbone. Try to let the sun shine on your chest. Exhale again, round. Push the floor away. Release your neck. And with your inhalation, see if you can find a neutral spine position. Trying to release tension in our wrists, in our forearms. So place your hands, fingers facing toward your knees and circle. And then circle in the other direction. It's always nice to release tension around our wrists. Then fold your fingers and just let go. Wrists are working a lot in these times also because we are scrolling on our phones a lot, I think, or also typing on our laptops. So then come back on hands and knees and tuck your toes under. Keep that neutral spine position. Lift your sit bones into downward facing dog. If it feels good, pedal out your legs a little bit, or maybe shake out your head, say no, say yes. Again, really releasing tension. Maybe also you feel like setting your stand a little larger, reaching back with your hand, grabbing your ankle or also your calf, and gaze upward at the inside from your arm. Twisting a little bit and then change to the other side. If that feels good for you, always just pause in downward facing dog. Again, try to listen to your body, do what feels good for her or him. And with your next inhalation, bend your knees super deep. Look in between your hands. Step forward 2 or also 4 steps if you need that. Bend your knees even deeper and place your chest on your thighs. Now hold on to the other elbow. Again, release tension in your spine. Just let go. Really make pull of gravity your friend. Let go into it. And place your hands on your knees, lower your sit bones, lift your chest, lift your arms, and then close your palms. Really relax your shoulders. With your inhalation, lift your arms, lengthen and grow. Exhale, fold down, long, flat back. Place your hands on the floor or maybe on your blocks. Inhale, gaze forward, lengthen. With your exhalation, huge step back with your right foot. Softly lower your knee down. If you need a bolster or something for your knee, please be nice to the knee if it's sensitive, and try to walk that left heel forward so that it is really underneath your left knee joint. With your inhalation, Anjayanasana, try to really lengthen and feel the stretch here in your hip flexor, in your psoas also. Sometimes in my classes I see that people are back here in Anjayanasana. It does not work when you're back here, so really shift forward with your pelvis and also upward. And with your exhalation, lower your elbows and try to open your heart. Inhale again, really lengthen and feel that nice stretch in your hip flexor. And then with your exhalation, shift back. So now come into that posture I told you before not to be, so that your pelvis is just above that right knee. And try now to pull your pubic bone in. Really try to feel now more the stretch in your quad than in your hip flexor. You can place your hands on that front knee and round a little bit. Really push your hands in that knee and even pulling more with that pubic bone inward toward your navel. Nice. And then release again. Come back into that psoa and hip flexor stretch. Stay longer if you feel like you need to stay longer. And then slowly lower your hands onto the blocks and come into that hamstring stretch. So now really feel length through the hamstring. Your left heel is pulling forward, left hip bone is pulling backward. And again, give your body what she or he needs to release tension. Maybe you feel like turning that front foot a little inward, a little outward. Maybe you feel like shifting your pelvis a little bit. Be creative and listen to your body. Do what feels good. Keep on going with your breath. Really important always to connect with your breath. So in general, you try to, with your inhalation, create space there where the stretch is most intense. And with your exhalation, you try to use that space to release, to let go. Stay longer if it feels good for you, or bend your front knee. And lift your back knee. So now turn yourself to the side and try to bend that right knee. Make sure that your right heel is on the floor and that right knee is pointing in the same direction the foot is pointing. So it's turned out a little bit. I really like to have my arm inward from your knee so that you can push a little bit toward that knee. Take a block or just have your hands on the floor. If you can go deeper, of course, sit a little deeper. So push your sit bones back. Keep that nice long flat back. That's why we have those props to really keep long through the spine and not collapse. And then slowly walk to the left foot. Same thing here. Try to push a little bit with that arm to the inside from your knee. Pull your right foot towards you, flex your foot. Feel that nice stretch in your inner thighs now. Very nice, and then stay longer or walk to the back side from your mat. So again, if your knee is sensitive, there's something underneath your knee. Make sure your left heel is now underneath your left knee and come to Anjayanasana. Really try to lengthen again to grow. Push your pelvis a little forward and up. Feel that hip flexor again. With your exhalation, bend your elbows, open your heart. And inhale again, lengthen. And now shift a little back so that the pelvis, pelvic bone, hip bone and knee bone are in one line. And really try to pull your pubic bone in now. Round your spine a little bit, have your hands on that right knee and try to really push into that knee. Feel the stretch now more in your quad. Inhale, lengthen again. Grow Anjayanasana. And then with your exhalation, hamstring stretch. So again, take your blocks. If you need them, support with your blocks. Play a little, turn inward, turn outward. Do what feels good. Maybe shift your pelvis a little bit. And really listen to your body. Give her or him what she or he needs. Keep on going with these deep cycles of breath. Inhale, create space, create length. Exhale, try to release, let go. Stay longer or bend your right knee. And bring your hands to the inside from your feet and turn your left foot out. Again, push a little bit inward with that left elbow or left arm. Take a block if you need a block. Make sure that your heel is grounded. Most important that left knee is now pointing in the same direction your left foot is pointing. Maybe flex that right foot. And then change, walk to the other leg. Make sure you're long. Still the sun is shining on your chest. And walk to the front side from your mat. Again, place your hands shoulder wide. Step back to downward facing dog. Paddle out, release, relax. Breathe. Do what feels good. With your next inhalation, bend both knees super deep. Look in between your hands. Exhale, step, hop, or jump forward. With your inhalation, Utkatasana. And exhale, relax your shoulders. Inhale, lengthen, grow, open your heart. Exhale, arc forward. Have your blocks if it feels good to have your blocks. With your inhalation again, lengthen. And exhale, huge step back now with your left foot first. Again, try to first softly lower your knee. Maybe take that pillow and see if you can lengthen to Anjayanasana. Inhale. And then exhale, lower your hands to the inside from your right foot and walk that right foot to the left edge from your mat. And really, again, make sure that your heel is underneath your knee here on the right side. Now, if you feel like push that knee a little outward, really feel like opening up that hip. Stay here, or maybe you feel like lowering your left elbow on a block. Come into lizard, also lowering your elbows to the floor. Do what your body needs, what feels good for her or him. And then if you feel like adding on here, you can bend your left knee and hold on to the inside from your left foot. If you can't reach with your hand, take a towel or take the belt, wrap the belt around your foot and try at the same time to pull your heel in a little bit, but also pull your foot away so that your shoulder has the chance to open up a little bit here. And then very slowly release. Walk that right foot, heel toe the right foot to the left edge from your mat. And now try to lower your left shin to the ground. So this angle in your left knee is now really individual. Some people have really open hips. They maybe can even have a right angle in that front knee. Some people's hips are really tight, like I'm not really opening my hips, so I have to take a little smaller angle here in that knee joint. Really adjust it. Just make sure your knee and your foot again have about the same angle. They point in the same direction. Maybe it feels good to sit on a block. If you feel, especially if you feel like your hip is not able to be centered, if it's shifting toward the side, please sit on the block. And in half pigeon, again, try to first release a little tension, maybe wiggle a little, move a little, and then lower your chest toward the floor. Maybe make a little pillow with your hands or have something else to place your front head on so that, again, you really can release tension. And half pigeon is really a nice posture to release tension in your hips. Try to focus where is the tension most intense and inhale in that area, and with your exhalation really create space there. Try to let go. Your chest is trying to sink a little deeper. Again, really give in to the pull of gravity. Let go. For more advanced people, if you feel like increasing that stretch, you can bring that left arm as far as possible to the right side and lower your left shoulder, lower your head on that left ear, and that increases the stretch around your hip. And also, of course, you have a nice stretch on your delta backside and on your trapezius, on your upper back. So again, choose your option. Stay longer. So this half pigeon posture really likes to be a little more intense, so you can stay longer, pause the video. Other ways, take the block, if you're sitting on a block, out of your sit bone and bring that left foot forward. Place it at the outside from your right leg. Again, make sure both sit bones are pulling down to the floor. Inhale, lengthen and grow. With your exhalation, twist. You can hug your left knee, maybe you have your arm at the outside from your left leg. Try to find your option. With your inhalation, see if you can lengthen and grow, and exhale, see if you can twist a little deeper gaze over that left hand. Beautiful, stay longer, or now we're gonna make a little creative transition. So your feet actually stay where they are. You just try to have your hands on your right side and lift your butt. From here, turn to the other side. So again, see if you can pull both sit bones down into the floor. Inhale, lengthen and grow. And with your exhalation, twist. Gaze over your right shoulder. And see if you can maybe increase that twist. With your exhalation and with your inhalation, you really grow through the spine. Lengthen. After feeling that the crown from your head is lifting toward the sky. Beautiful. And then slowly release that stretch. Again, lean a little bit into the left side, and now in a big arc, bring that right leg backward. Have bolsters or sit on a block if you feel like sitting on a block to really square out your pelvis. Adjust the angle in your front knee and then lower down into half pigeon. Close your eyes and connect with your breath. Inhale very deeply, and with your exhalation, release, let go. If you did before, on your other side, also on this side, do that option. So bring your right arm as far as possible to the left side, lower your right shoulder and your head on that right ear. So I really feel the difference now from my left and my right side. So my left hip is really much more tense than the right, and probably with you also there is a difference. So just be aware. Work with the pull of gravity. No need to force anything, so really be gentle, be nice with your body and your hips. Now tuck your right toes under and toe heel that left foot to the left edge from your mat. Maybe you have to walk it a little more forward so that your heel is for sure underneath your left knee, maybe even a little more forward than your left knee. Bolster under your right knee if you need that, and trying to push that knee a little bit outwards so that the hip is able to open up. Maybe lower your elbows into lizard, use a block if that feels good for you. Maybe bring your right heel in, hold on to the foot and try to really open up that left side now, left shoulder. Pulling your right heel in a little more. Use a towel or a belt, of course, if you can't reach. And then very slowly release again. Come out of it. Walk that left heel again into the center. Inhale. Anjayanasana, lengthen, grow, relax your shoulders. Exhale, lower your hands down. Frame your left foot with your hands, lift your right knee and step back to downward facing dog. Hand out your legs, relax. Maybe shake out your head. It really feels good after those hip stretches to pedal out your legs a little bit. So from your downward facing dog, try to lower one elbow after the other down to the floor. Come into dolphin and walk your feet back a little bit into a lower plank very slowly. Lower first your knees, pelvis, chest and front head, and try to bring your elbows back a little bit, pulling them inward toward your ribs. Powering up your legs means you're really strong through the legs, your kneecaps are lifted, and try to have that little ice cube hoops underneath your navel. Really activate your core with your inhalation. Try to just lengthen through the upper spine. Really extend your upper spine without crunching your neck. Exhale, lower down. One more time. Inhale, see if you can lengthen. So avoid crunching your neck. Have the feeling there's a orange between chin and chest. Keep it there. We just want to show our upper spine how that it can extend and lengthen. Nice. And now, again, lift your upper spine, lengthen through the upper spine. Place your left hand a little forward and bring that right arm underneath your left arm to the left side. Lower your left shoulder, lower your left ear. And stay here. If you feel like that's really enough stretch for your delta muscle, for your shoulder there on the right side, if you feel like you can go a little deeper, take your left hand and walk it to the right side. So try to wiggle a little bit and place your chin in front of your left bicep. So it feels like you're having a knot in your arms. But it's such a nice, super nice stretch for your delta muscles, your shoulder rotators also, and the upper part from your back. And again, really give in to the pull of gravity. Release, let go. Make gravity your friend. And stay longer here if you feel like. Otherwise, slowly again bring that extension through the upper spine. Walk your left hand back and lay down onto the right side. Bring your left knee in. Your right hand is keeping that left knee on the floor. And now open up your left arm. Again, you can place bolsters maybe underneath that knee, maybe underneath that left arm if the pull of gravity is too intense. But here I really want to make you feel that quadratus lumbar here, that lower back muscle. So that's why we try to keep that left knee in contact with the floor. So really have your right knee on that left knee, your right arm, right hand. And then let go into the pull of gravity with your exhalation. Left shoulder is getting a little heavier and heavier with each exhalation. Also, of course, you have a nice twist in your spine here to release tension in your spine. Stay longer, pause the video, or very slowly move back again. Place your right hand in front of you again. Power up your legs to really feel that nice extension through the upper spine, and walk your left hand as far as possible to the right side. Place your left shoulder on the ground, your left head, maybe you need a block underneath your ear. Your palms are facing up here. And then walk your right arm if you need that stretch, or stay where you are, and lower your chin in front of your right forearm. Really now let go into the pull of gravity. Inhale very deep. With your exhalation, let go a little deeper. This is such a nice stretch for your shoulder rotators. Really feels good. Keep in this deep stretch if you feel like, or again really controlled, come out of it. Extend first your upper spine, then walk your right hand back. Bring yourself to the left side and bring that right knee in. Left hand is keeping the right knee in contact with the floor, and then open your right arm. Twist. Again, I really want you to feel that quadratus lumbar now, that lower back muscle, which often gets so tight. And also, of course, it's connected with our hip. So also there, releasing tension. Inhale very deep. With your exhalation, let go into the pull of gravity. And releasing all that tension around our hips, which is the location where a lot of stress is sitting. So also helps us to let go in our mind, to release not only that physical tension, but also that mental tension. Creating space again, not only physically, also mentally. And very slowly, now instead of coming back on your belly, you turn directly on your back. So you have to maybe move a little more to the left side that you're laying on your mat again. And be ready for Shavasana. Use bolsters, use blocks to make it more comfortable for you. And close your eyes in Shavasana. Again, really feel the pull of gravity and let go into the pull of gravity. Create space. And stay as long as you feel like staying in Shavasana. Really tune in with that moment. The moment is all we have right now, so try to enjoy it, let go.